I was holding the TV remote when my son-in-law walked into the living room, stood in front of the screen, and said something I will never forget. "Go to your room, Mom. This living room is mine now." I looked at my daughter. She looked away. They say silence is harmless, but that night, it destroyed everything. That armchair had been mine for 20 years. I drank my evening tea there. I watched old shows my late husband loved. It was my quiet place. This house wasn't just wood and walls. It was my life, and yet, somehow I became the guest in my own home. My daughter Emily and her husband Derek moved in 4 years ago. Just for a few months, they said. Months became years, and respect slowly disappeared. That night wasn't the beginning. It was the final warning. Derek didn't shout. He spoke calmly, confidently, like someone who truly believed the house belonged to him. "This is my space now," he said again. I waited for one sentence, but it never came. So I stood up, placed the remote on the table, picked up my purse and keys, and walked out of my own house without saying a word. They thought I gave up. In reality, I had just begun. That night, I stayed alone in a hotel room. I wasn't scared. I worked 35 years at the county recorder's office. I knew one thing very well. People lie, memories fade. Documents don't. By morning, my silence had already turned into action. At 8 a.m., a lawyer looked at my papers and nodded. "The house is legally yours," he said. At 9:30, someone else stood at my front door. A process server, and then my phone rang. "Mom, there's a lawyer here," Emily cried. "What's happening?" I replied calmly. "Read the notice. Pause 1 sec and tell your husband. I'm unavailable for yelling today. That eviction wasn't the punishment. It was just the beginning." That afternoon, I made a few quiet phone calls. Internet suspended. Cable TV suspended. Sports package suspended. The credit card I gave Emily for groceries suspended. An hour later, my phone buzzed. Transaction declined. $92. Steakhouse. Then another message. "We're at the register. Call the bank." I didn't. The next day, the truth came out. In the lawyer's office, bank statements covered the table. No savings, no emergency fund. 4 years of free living. Gone. Gambling apps. Bad investments. Emily's hand shook. "There's nothing left," she whispered. That's when I stood up. "You have 30 days, I said. "This is my house. You will never speak to me like that again." Pause. 2 sec. I turned to my daughter. "If your marriage survives only because of my money and my home, that's not love. That's captivity." 30 days later, I didn't even watch them leave. When I returned, the house felt lighter. I opened the windows, cleaned the floors, painted the walls. That night, I sat in my chair again. The remote stayed in my hand. But this story wasn't really about me. Emily lives alone now. She works, pays her bills. One evening, she held my hand. "I thought your silence was weakness," she said. "Now I know. It was kindness, and that's the lesson every parent needs to hear. Love doesn't mean disappearing. Motherhood doesn't mean surrender. Boundaries don't destroy families. They save them, because respect begins the moment you finally say enough."